Morning, guys. Got me one. Let me get him measured, and we'll talk about what's happening today. We're fishing the Kayak Bass Fishing October online regional qualifiers for the national championship. I'm digging for my fish grips. There we go. Get this guy some water. Here at Randleman Lake in Greensboro, North Carolina. We'll talk more about why I'm here at Randleman also. Same as I always do here at Randleman. Start to the right from the boat ramp, come back in this creek, and that's where we're at. This thing don't want to cooperate as usual. Phone ready. There we go. All right. Not bad fish. About 15. That old empty belly. Got old empty belly. Pretty good. All right. Got some. Yes, sir. Lose my phone. So. Like I said, Randleman Lake, KBF October Regional. That's my second fish. Last week I caught an 18-inch. That was about 15 and a half. There's some guys already with their three nice fish up the leaderboard. Last I checked, last week, I think 55 some inches was leading. That's just my second fish, so got some work to do, but like I said, we're here at Randleman Lake, Greensboro, North Carolina. Reason we're here at Randleman is this past weekend Hurricane Matthew came through the area and did some damage. Back east. I live an hour east of here. in Hillsboro. So yeah, back in Raleigh and east of Raleigh, there was a lot of flooding. And, you know, even us, we got, I don't remember the exact count. I want to say maybe like 15 inches of rain. A lot of power was lost. Yeah, typical hurricane stuff. But our local lakes, Falls Lake, Jordan Lake, Sharon Harris, they're all very flooded. Very flooded. Like flooded over the boat ramps, flooded, and very muddy. So decided to come west. So came out here at Randleman. Caught good fish here at Randleman before. There's good fish in this lake. The water might be up some here. I mean, I think they might have got 6+ inches of rain or something like that. But not as much as we did. More east of here. The water is muddy. There's not a lot of visibility. So throwing a lot of chartreuse. Caught that one on a spinnerbait, white and chartreuse spinnerbait with a golden silver willow leaf. Sorry, something's wrong with my wheel. My reel's been squeaking a lot, but I always catch fish on a spinnerbait back here, back in this creek arm here on Randleman, and did it again. They're about every time I've been here, I've caught fish on a spinnerbait back here. So worked for me again. 15.5 fish, half-inch fish. Let's keep it going. This crazy little guy. He's feisty. But it's a good lesson. Boy, he almost caught it in the eye. Ooh. Careful removing it. His eye up. There we go. It's a good lesson. And I want to show you guys that I'm gonna score this little fish. And there's 2 reasons why I'm gonna score this little fish. One reason is it's good practice to always score the fish. You've seen me kind of struggle with scoring them in the past, and practice makes perfect. So it's a good idea to always score them. Give them a little bit of air. And second reason is I may not catch another. I mean, this ain't gonna help me win it, but you never know. I mean, I know right now that some guys are ahead of me, but it could in another situation it could come down to this 9 1/4 inch fish could be the difference in winning in second place. So that's why I always score every fish. Tell you how I caught him in a sec. Let me get my mess together. And when I get some service, I want to try to send these fish in, because sometimes whoever sends the fish in first gets the tiebreaker, if there's a tiebreaker situation. So, oh, tell you what, I got 3 fish for the month. There's a lay down over there. I'll go back and hit that here in a minute. Let it chill for a minute, but get my stuff together here. Got him on a Texas rig brush hog thrown in there. Salvage it. Texas rig brush hog, and I added some chartreuse to the tentacles here, since the water's so muddy. Pretty much everything I'm fishing today has some chartreuse in it, so good deal. Not huge. Good day, and we can build from here. Got 3 fish scored, so just keep rocking. Alright guys, it's crazy. Come here. And that'll be better than the that'll be better than the 9-inch fish. Score this guy real quick. Got him on the Spro Little John 50. It's a good day. Having fun. It's finally starting to feel like fall around here. After Hurricane Matthew moved through, a cold front came in, and it's been getting down into the 40s, 50s, 40s at night, and the days have only been in the low to mid 70s. So finally got a little bit of cool weather. Finally starting to feel like fall a little bit around here. Got my mess tangled up. There we go. See a lot of shad flipping back over there. I was working my way that way. There's just about 6 inches of a limb sticking out of the water here. I was throwing the Little John 50 around it, and he got it on the way up. And that'll happen, you know, with these square bills, and this is a computer chip bill, which are also very good. The computer chip bill gives it some erratic movement without bouncing it off stuff, but even more so when you're bouncing it off stuff. But sometimes just, you know, when the crankbait's diving down, sometimes that change where it starts to come back up to you is enough to get them to strike. And that's what he did. So there's a flat over here. I've caught fish over here before. It's a flat, a lot of laydowns, so let's keep rocking. So we can cull out that 9.5 fish. That one there was, can't remember now, but it was bigger than 9.5. It was 11.5. So that 9.5 is no longer needed, but it could have been, and that's why you score every fish. Like I said, here today I got a good setup. Scoring these fish, it's working good for me. A lot of timber mess up here. Let's see if I should be throwing this crankbait or a spinnerbait through there. The spinnerbait bite seems to have died off a little. We'll see. Wind's died down some. Bring it right through the middle of all that. See what happens. Slow it down, speed it up, especially with these computer chip bills. Like I said, it'll give it some good erratic movement. Catching fish today, baby. This guy making some runs. Over here. Nice fish. Barely hooked. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Stay on, fish. Whew. Stay on. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Yeah. So, that time, fish. It's eating pretty good. That time I was hung up on something, so I floated over. These Spro crankbaits are good about floating up. With the kayak, you just kind of pull yourself over to where you're hung, and you float past it, and then it'll as soon as I floated up off of whatever I was hung on, he swiped at it. Barely hooked him in the mouth. What did I do with my thing, guys? There it is. So what I'm doing, I got this this cool thing that your hog trough has a hole here in the end, and with this thing I got here, it's got little pins. You can put it through the hole in the hog trough, but it's working good for me, just sticking it in my shoelaces there today, since I'm they're laying right here at my shoes as I'm scoring them. It's working pretty good for me. Another 15. Shut that mouth. Relax that tail. Relax. Catching fish today here, people. We're doing it efficiently. Put that tail up there, you little pump. Lay that thing down. Relax. Might be 15 1/4 it might make. She's very nice. It's 15. That'll be a good one. Let's take one more. Getting up in this grass, let them go. He's feisty. We are going to float right back through there. So now, gotta get rid of that 11. And I got 2 15s to go with an 18. Heck yeah. Good day. Good day. Get out of this mess. Pull up my rudder and get out of this little junk here. And we're gonna go right back through all that timber again. Alright guys, first off I want to introduce y'all to the absolute man here on Randleman Lake who just slays them. This guy here behind me, I don't know if y'all can see him, but anything you need to know about fishing, you ask him. He has been absolutely slaying them today here on Randleman using a squirrel bill. That's right, a squirrel bill. Not to be confused with a square bill crankbait. Square bills are just the ticket here on Random. But I thought I'd let y'all in on that tip. Back here at the boat ramp pretty much. Fishing this little island, some stick ups here before I head back. Good day. 2 15-inch fish to up my score in the regional challenge. Another couple smaller fish, 9-inch and 11-inch. Got one of my 15-inchers. Spinnerbait, white and chartreuse spinnerbait with a Kalen 3-inch scrub trailer. Got the little 9-inch guy on a brush hog, and then got the 11-inch and the other 15-inch on the Spro Little John 50. So great day, great weather. think it's safe to say that fall is officially upon us here in central North Carolina. Fall bass fishing. So, take the day off tomorrow. I'm going to hit it again the next day. Try to go to that small non-motor boat lake near Chapel Hill called Cane Creek. It's supposed to be really nice. So we'll check that out and keep fishing. What's today? The 12th. So got plenty more days to fish the regional challenge. I'll fish several days next week. Next Saturday is the Carolina Kayak English Championship Tournament at the Yadkin River, so I'll be in that, and I'll probably head down to the Yadkin and pre-fish one day next week also. And getting a phone call, so see you guys later. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Some good looking fish. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Please follow me on Instagram at Tar Heel Yak Daddy, and we'll see you in a couple days. Later.